That's the context. He uses nothing to bring down, he creates nothing to bring down what is.
Exactly.
And that's not you. You are something.
I am something that came from nothing.
But that's not what he's talking about here.
Yeah, because he had to create the something.
But he's not talking about that.
Yeah, I think he does.
No,
I think he covers it all.
All right.
Within that, he covers it all.
Yeah, well, you're rationalizing.
Well, too bad.
All right. Now, the other thing, the next dramatic thing, that is, the only, I will add this. The Islamic theology comes a little closer than Christian theology to understanding that, because they will say, and they will be contested by Christians, you know, they'll name something that God can do, and a Christian will say, no, he wouldn't do that. And it's close. But this, I just want to emphasize again the purity of this statement. The purity of this statement. But God chose what is foolish in the world to shame the wise. God chose what is weak in the world to shame the strong. God chose what is low and despised in the world, even things that are not, to bring to nothing things that are. That's the mystery. That is the mystery. And we might as just well admit it, because that's what Paul is trying to convey to us. Even things that are, right then and there when he's saying it, even things that are not. Right now, even things that are not, to bring down what is. Magnificent. That's my interpretation. Second one, these things God has revealed to us through the Spirit, for the Spirit searches everything, even the depths of God. For who knows what a person's thoughts, for who knows a person's thought except the spirit of that person which is in him? So also no one comprehends the thoughts of God except the Spirit of God. This is so important. The Holy Spirit searches our depths. We have depths. Everyone does. That, and this is why there's psychology, because the influences of your generation before you, of generations before you, especially in the family line, have effects. And yes, they do. That's the subconscious.
I didn't say anything, Joseph.
All right, but I saw a little.
Because obviously everything I say, you're going to just knock it down.
Not everything.
No, everything.
So, this is another that the Holy Spirit searches us. That's the search.
And that's the nothingness. Those deep inner thoughts that come from nothing to manifest themselves.
No, that's a worldly view and I'm not going to take it.
I know.
All right, now let's go on to the
It's a spiritual world that you don't like tapping into.
Let's go to the...
Chapter 4.
No, I want to say something about chapter 3. I'm going to talk about 3 now. Because this is so important. Okay? This is, believe it or not, a union, if they wanted it to be, of Catholic purgatory and
your favorite place,
and Protestant understanding of judgment. And what's this saying? They have made videos, by the way, and people who've had near-death experiences testify to this. And it's very simple.
Purgatory?
It's very simple and very deep. No. What is this? The way they put it is, when you stand before the Father for judgment, okay? Jesus is there, defense attorney, and the devil is there, prosecutor. Okay? And they go through.
Let's hope so.
They go through your life. Now, here's what this is talking about. Everything you do, like this moment right now, everything I do, etc., has the effect, obviously, you feel or I feel. And if it's good, we feel good. If it's not, we feel guilty later, whatever. But the effect can be known. But What judgment is about, and this is why it says, but only as through fire. So I think it's more Protestant than Catholic, because this is as through, but it doesn't relieve what you're going to go through, and it's this. Everything, Christina, everything, Joseph, everything everyone does in their life will be felt in its totality when you're dead from the person you did it to. People have testified to that in the near-death experience, and that's exactly what it's saying here. Everything you did, good, bad, or indifferent, will be totally in you and felt from not how you intended it, but how it was perceived by the person you did it to. Classic example. You insult someone. You hurt them. And you don't realize it. Happens all the time. Let's say you're in a store, and you're a little sharp with the whatever. Every little thing, you feel it from how it affected them. That's part of judgment. And that is what this is saying here. So Paul is saying everything you do, whatever, and Paul classifies basically your whole life as works. Everything is a work. That's how Paul looks at work. So this is saying everything you do, and it isn't all bad from this standpoint. You can do things for people, as Christina has done for me. She may think it's nothing, and it was a wonderful thing. And I'm serious. It was a wonderful thing.
I'm just saying.
I'm rare, but it's possible.
It's rare.
Anyway, I just want to point that out.
Won't happen again.
And there are videos to this effect, and I just find it a very interesting concept.
Yeah, then you get to feel what others feel.
You think that's right? You think I'm right or wrong?
No, I know you're right, because you forget.
Well, you would know more than me on this.
Exactly.
Fine, thank you.
And, you put yourself in your own purgatory. You put yourself in your own hell.
Right.
Because you choose to feel a certain way once you're bamboozled with how you've treated others.
Right, but you feel what they feel too.
No, that's what I'm saying. Once you get bamboozled with everything, with the truth about who you are as an individual, because like you say, we don't know how we've reacted to something and it's pissed off somebody else.
Right.
So when you feel that, now you're like, oh, dang. Maybe I deserve to stay here in this pittiness, in this hollowness, in this what we call hell.
Good. Right, and that's where Jesus comes in.
And that's if you choose to remember, wait a minute, Jesus takes care of this for me.
Right.
I am forgiven, and I understand what I've done is wrong, and now we're on the other side, people. And I will let that go. Then you are cleansed, and that's walking through the fire.
Right.
Because then the fire can't burn you, and you don't have that burden on you anymore, because you understand the full forgiveness of Jesus taking that cross for us.
Very, very well said.
And those who don't want to get to suffer in their own little hell.
And I will testify. Christina is an expert in this field because, and I'm not at liberty to know what I gave you the story, because only she could. But she has had the experience of, shall we say, walking someone through.
You get to see the outside effect.
Right. Exactly.
Of what I was feeling on the inside.
Exactly. But this is what Christina is saying is absolutely 100% true, and it's very important. What Catholics miss is those key words, but only as through fire. So we're not talking about, okay, you're going to you're going to burn here for a while and you'll get a purgatory type thing. No, it's not that. It's not good, friends. It's not. No, it's not. You will feel and this is perfect justice, perfect relationship, you will feel what you have done. And like I say, I'm going to be the optimist to this extent. We've all done, I assume we've all done things that you really don't think was any big deal, and it made a beautiful impact on somebody. And you will realize those too. So, anyway.
I need to do more evil.
You didn't want to say that, Tim.
Really, I do. I need to do more evil.
All right.
I'm too kind, and I don't want that coming back to me.
All right. I'm just going to leave that there.
Yeah, you leave that there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, chapter 4. This is how one should regard us as servants of Christ and servants of the mysteries of God. Moreover, it is required of stewards that they be found trustworthy. But with me it is very small thing that I should be judged by you or by any human in court. In fact, I do not even judge myself.
Here we go.
For I am not aware of anything against myself, but I am thereby acquitted. But I am not thereby acquitted. It is the Lord who judges me. If he hadn't said that, it would have contradicted everything he said above.
Exactly.
But he did.
But he did, because he doesn't judge himself.
Right.
And so he doesn't judge others, because God and Jesus are the final judgment.
Right. For I am not aware of anything against myself, but I am not thereby acquitted. It is the Lord who judges me.